Toi fatalo fatu Samoa nei tu la fiafi, alo mai o sei sine whapoponga mo lau Samoa Taulogologo e a fiafi la sotofi. E to mo i tala o leo wa whamanino mai mtanga luinga soifua maloloina. Le whawasenga ino i lato wa whaamaonia wa a fie taimi nei. E pe ona langalanga ai nisi o finangalo o lo malu nau tele la tinu. E tu sai man foi numero o lo whaamauina i whaamaubanga al whaala potopotonga soifua maloloina lalangi. O se atoanga le nei o le ripoti. Ila mai ai o su ingalo na ono mo pasese man ofenga luinga Samoa au il fatino ino o onanga. Mo malanga tau no mai o whamaonia le iai se whapopunga. E tasi rea o whaioewa a whirko vitis furiva. Ma o si iti ai le tolus fumatasi ila tau wa a whietono ratunuu. O ila tau umanei o lo inu whaanga whaano fo isea. E lo iai fo ini a unga o le whaamai ma o lo o malolosi uma. O le tangata fo e to atasi o se tauti soifua, ma o si iti ai le to aono tauti soifua wa a whirko vitis furuiva, ma o lo whaano fo isea uma ila tau ma malupupu e ino whaanga whapitua, ile ma o tanga singa se matua tua. Ile taimi nei o no malolosi uma fast food valor pasese, ile o a fia whaapea fo ile to aluas full lima o lo o wa a fia ile whaamai. E whaapea fo e tangata whaingan wenga Samoa au ile tau no umai o le malanga, o lo whaano fo isea o fia ma tauti soifua to aono wa a fia, o lo malolosi uma ila tau. O tau whaupopoia to atasi le nei, o atua ile fo numera o e wa a fia le tolus futasi, pe tai o lo langalanga ai finangalo la tunuu. O nor foi numero o whaamauina i whaamaumaunga, al whaalapotopotonga soifua maloloina lalangi. Ese man numero o lo whailuaina mtanga luinga soifua maloloina. Peita ai se pepa whaamatalanga mtanga luinga o lo whamanino mai eile au liringa o lo whaitonu o e wa afia. O to aluas fulima wa afia o ila tau i al pase se na malanga mai, ma o lo whaanu fo ise nei. E to ono wa afia o tau soifua o lo ngā lueno whanga o lo whaanu fo ise ila tau wa afia. Le mawai la o whai o e wa afia i taimine e to atolu futasi. Peita i o leisi to o lua o lo whaamauine WHO o tangata na ulu whale mai Samoa ma whaamaunia ile a fie i le whaama i lua wheluas futasi. A o iai no whanga whaanu whaisea ai wato e malulosi i lātou. O le whaamauninga atua leo leo whai tolus futolu e pe on whaalia e atu ngalunga mamanu la tunuu. E lo iei se whaamauninga o se e tasi wa a fie ino whaanga whaitili i whafo atu no whanga whaanu whaisea. O le taimi nei o lo malupuipuia i lātou uma wa a fia i lalo vava ainga matanga luinga soifua maloloina a o whaanu whaisea i lātou. Solo nei mawalese mo Samoa Taulogologo. O lo wai nei fuafuanga matanga luinga whatoanga mawhainga whaiva e whatau noina nisi o whaamama avenga. E whasosoani ain mamalo au whai whatoanga ma au whai whaiva la tunu. A wale tu tawolo au ina atu i whafo. Se waingane nei i le ripoti. O nei maenga sa whatatian minister whatoanga mawhainga whaiva i lumole whanau palemene. E meiso se tasi o rua ingan luinga matanga luinga whatoanga. Mawhainga whaiva lo ngalua whatasia me whaala potopotonga. O su enga whasa e nisi Samoa talon tula i meil whainga malu fau. Ma o se tau mawhainga fau leo lo taula i e matanga luinga ina ia tu uti tir whaalaunanga o la tunuu. Ia ano manu whasi lo awina mai whafo. O le nei fofuanga o la whatuina i le pūlenga o vaenga awina atu whafo ma awina mai tono la tunuu. I tawala atu i tula whono ela i se whamauninga. Mai le pale mia marka pene tai peo na saunoa i le whionga ni minister. Ia la auli le ua te pola tai whau. O le nei pūlenga o le ana whamatau aveino ti ute mamata whaioi. E whaamautu wai maketi whafo mo le whatauina atu fua whatoanga maia. Ina ia whaititi e whawhitau le rofea ngai mal au whai whatoanga. Ia tau sa iria leo awanota e tasi mo le vaenga. Ta oa le minister e le ngata i leo o le amanu ia masolonga le inga luinga whaatinu. A ila atu o le a whaatau atu o loa e peio na iei whale te uloa le malo New Zealand. Mai anga wa umail au whai whatoanga la tunu i le nei awanoa. I lalo le nei fofuanga lo fofua i e vailua ina matanga luinga ini matanga luinga se lua. Tasi mo whatoanga tanga lunga whainga whaiva. Ta wan minister nei vaenga uma o le ama whai o na whatautaya. I lalo whamauninga man ka peneta a wala manuia mo le au whai whatoanga ma le au whai whaiva o le atunuu. Solo nei mawalese mo Samoa Taulogologo. Inisio tala se fulli manga is fuluiva tau sanga matua alo mawhanau. Ale atunuu o lo awa ia o onga. Mo le ola soifua malolo ino le mawhauwhau. Mai a whianga sa wanga e peion tau la mua i to manga mo i popoanga tia. Se vaingane nei i le ripoti. E ui o whianga i le tunu ma whianga whama e COVID furuiva. E le ovene malape e tau whia i le o nanga to manga mo i popoanga tia. E peo na maayane awa i wala ma whanau. Mene se fulli manga is furuiva le matutua. Ia o onga o lo whatautaya. Mo le whana wai te reino to mai manga waa. I le ola soifua malolo ino le mawhauwhau. mai afianga Samoa ese ole ne ia o ngolo fa vai mai kalame o ro taula mo e to manga e ale fa ilua le Samoa ngai fa sanga fa nau le o lo fa wa le fa ngapa anga male UNICEF Pacifica ile ngata le fa ilua ino Samoa ngai afia ile ma fa fa pe ta ina ma fa fo e nei alo o nai lo ilo fa fita uli ia afianga fa mai COVID-19 furuiva le o lo fe ngai mane atunu pata se ma afianga male motu sio maftanga mama tua ta o te fona to manga ya Georgina lo ile mai tawina ai ore ia yo fa na we awai mai ro ni vaenga e ile ta tonunga o le ama fai ona ausi e nei yalo nisio vaenga mole tu iti tio sa wanga fa sanga i fa na solo nei mo le se mo Samoa taulogologo wa fai lo alo ia nei mtanga luenga wa i fa fo Samoa to finga fo officer fa ba malo Samoa lo ia tunu i fa fo e pe yon sa pasi e kapeneta in masino te se mo tau sangan se ima vai atu nei sa terenga nei ile reporting wa fai lo alo ia nei mtanga luenga wa i fa fo Samoa nisi o sui fo wa to fia mo officer Samoa ia tunu i fa fo e pe yon sa pasi e kapeneta i tau sanga uma vai i se pe pa fa matalanga sa tu ina mai mtanga luenga o lo fai loai nisi o lo fa wawara to no fo inga ma nisi o lo fa popole umi fa tu langa ina ata se mai na to o fa mtaina na o nanga i officer Samoa i atu no i fa fo o nisi officer Samoa lo fa o pe o fieri hai komesina o Samoa i fiti ya li o a inga feturi e disaya o le suyo Samoa i mano o fa atasi ya fa tu manava o polo le tolu Dr. Paole le Lutero hai komesina Samoa i Australia Missionary Petana fatasi ai mal ampaso Samoa ya pani na fionga ya fala va au perina sila tua la bilei onise officer lo fa o popole ono masino to fiai au fiele hai komesino Samoa i New Zealand na fionga le asipari Thomas Kenlan au fiai fo imal konisulo Samoa o kilani na fionga ya fa o lo to i reupe na pongi o le konisulo Samoa i sini Australia ya vasa tia poloma komiti pata se imal komesino fata wa inga Samoa o kilani ya mangele maulidi mangele onise officer fo o to fiai au fiele ampaso Samoa pele sauma le woto fia ia ila fionga ya tora fone na tavita levi fata sima na paso Samoa saina le woto fia ia ila fionga roman vai open marina ole isito finga fo ya fia de konisulo Samoa America Samoa le woto fia ia fata Brian Kayo olo mo moli fo le famalo ma fafta malo Samoa ile tautu ma o nanga ila to ele ngata ye woto fia o e o fa poponi simasi na fata sima le faftai ile tautu e o fa mutaina ala to o nanga solo nei mawalise mo Samoa taulogologo o se vainga ta mai nei winga tau mo pone ngala sa tau
talo fla Samoa lo talo tau mo le ne afiafi lapta inga mo timunga mafalo fa mal sia pe mo vainga mo Samoa lapta inga fo i mololonga lo fa mal sia pe mo vai ta fe uma mana fonga ya fiango fi vainga la tatelite o se vainga telewao me se vainga fta inga sa William timunga lo ofiti pe le tunu Ata fa fanual tau se vai ngafta ingo sa William timunga lo iai pe lunga Samoa mai afia ia ma timunga ni se taimi. Talo ta molo fanual poana nei e ta apisolai timu mai mamafa ini se vai ngafa pia William fights tili mai fa tau sa William ni se taimi. Mola sfarele o la ta apisolai timu i taimi tau ma e ono feolo lo le mamafa ini se taimi. Mo nga sa mi matul po nei o sa William to elaw ngal vai to elaw lo 5 kilometer le to la mai fata tau ini se taimi po i timunga o ngalo tasi te seman 5 mita mula so tae au sa vilol vai to elaw su 5 kilometer le tula o ngalo tasi te seman 5 mita ai mo ngatai fale saute sa vilol vai to elaw su 5 kilometer le tula mai fata tau ini se taimi po nei e po i timunga o ngalo tasi te seman 5 mita Tala tayo la pelele maltai lo su 4 minute te elwa va veao so tu imatos fu 2 minute leiva Pelele te sfurwalo minute te olo lea uli. Onto sotu ilo tai te tasi minute le iwal po. Ola so el la tai ol 2 minute te ele ono fa mo mo to ifol ta al fitu le fiafi. O sa report ele na tau sa mo le ne fiafi se se on fa poponga le so tai au. Manuel Poto fa so ifua.
Ma ola fa sina malolonga pupu mo fa salonga fa pisinisi. Ona tretari mai lea mangana fa Britannia. The TV2 News will be right back after this short commercial break.
whautuanga mai le matanga luenga o le seifua maloloina.
Te alangona le popole le taimi le Komiti Faamisionare. Ia alofa ia te oe matausi lelo seifua maloloina. Ia so ta itangata o lo ainga mawhaaso ai o langona. A whai wa iei sa le nofa vāwara lata. Ia whaonga telefoni po le interneti e so ta iai. Tausi lelo tino, ia lava lau malolo. Tau mawhai mea ai seifua maloloina. Whaanga ioi lau tino. Ma ia whaititira tau mawhaawa malosi. Ia whaia ni au whaatinonga i te fia ma maasania ia so uma. E peo le pukalfale, whaisau tatalo, o le taha le pese ma e siva ai. Ia mātai tū le leifa matalanga sa au winga le Komiti Faamisionare. Ma ia tau mawhai fo ia awara so ona matamata i tala whaasala lau. Ia a whai ua lofi tūhina oi le tele o whamatalanga. Au le whaonga aina leo le tapaa, o le awa maalosi, ma nisi o la au whaasaina e pūle ai o langona. E fōlinga iona fisosoani se taimi pōpō. Ai wha te tele nai ona e wha anua ma le fia i mo se taimi umi. E ese le tali atu le whanau la haiti, pēha o ina popole. Ia e langona ina le popole a lau tama ma ia a pongi mai, ma mata i tūle le. Ia wha awaunga i o inga te tau na whai, e pēo le whai o mea onga, e taimi e ta aluma malolo ai. Wha ta ua le soifua malolo ina ma mawhau.
Monisi whaamtalanga whaapso taimi tanga runga le soifua maloloina. I le telefoni numela ono barutasi o.
Awane e misia lunga o la wala ata le EFKS TV. I po an solua vai aso taitasi le polkalame ba ili le ato ponopona le afo le valu le afiafi.
Talafalava and welcome back to your TV2 News for this Thursday evening. Leading our bulletin, the Ministry of Health has been clarified the actual number of the current COVID-19 positive cases as concern raised by the public question, the truth recorded by the World Health Organization about the number of Samoa's positive cases. Here's more on this report. Following completion of the 6th testing schedule on 1st of February, one new positive case was identified from the nursing staff that work in the isolation ward, taking the total positive cases management isolation to 31. All other 48 passengers continue to test negative and are in good health. The 25 positive tested passengers are all asymptomatic and are in good health. All frontline workers in quarantine continue to present negative test results, remaining asymptomatic and in good health. Likewise, the 6 nurses in isolation units, though positive, are asymptomatic and in good health. From the additional case, it shifts the total number of positive cases to 31, but the general public have raised concern regarding the difference of positive cases recorded by the World Health Organization and the total number of cases presented by the Ministry of Health. According to a press release conveyed by the Ministry of Health, the Ministry has clarified and categorized the number of positive cases. The 25 imported cases identified in the last 14 days in quarantine were the passengers of the latest flights from Brisbane, Australia. The other 6 locally acquired cases in isolation were the nurses who serve in quarantine units for those who were affected by the virus. However, the other 2 imported cases recorded by World Health Organization were the cases identified in quarantine in 2021, and they had already fully recovered. There are no community cases suspected or identified in the community. There is also vigilant monitoring of pressures of the SOE and in particular the conditions of quarantine. Solonema Walese for TV2 News. The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries has planned to assist our local farmers and fishermen by providing more opportunities and markets for our local goods exports. Here's more on this report. As part of the renewed efforts reducing Samoa reliance on imported meat products is also on the menu. The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries is embarking on an ambitious and no-holds-barred strategic plan for Samoa to realize her full agro-export capacity with farmers, fishers, their families, villages, our economy, gross domestic products, and foreign reserves among the top primary benefactors. In a statement stated that the Agriculture and Fisheries Minister La'aulile Watepola Taivao laid out the initial undertakings by the ministry in collaboration with the Scientific Research of Samoa to start the ball rolling since the new Fast Party took over the reign of governments. For starters, an Export and Import Authority were established by law with the approval from the Prime Minister and Cabinet. The citizen politician announced to address issues raised by the members of Parliament during the supplementary budget debates. The authority will take over the duties and responsibility to secure overseas markets for the country's agricultural crops and fish instead of local exporter struggling to find new opportunities independently. He also stated that for the exporters' benefits and smooth transition, the government's warehouse in New Zealand will be fully utilized and open to all local exporters for storage purposes and to sell their fruits of hard labor. The part of the plan in motion will see the ministry subdivided into 2 ministries, one for agriculture and the new Ministry of Fisheries. Solonema Walese for TV2 News. In other news, Samoa Victim Support Group has conducted an awareness program about taking action against mental health for the children in the age group of 15 to 19 years old. Here's the full story of this report. While the country is facing the impacts of COVID-19, this hasn't held back the Samoa Victim Support Group from conducting workshops, such as Without Waiting for the Adults, a new era of child engagement and action is born in the form of adolescents peer support group. The group made up of young boys and girls aged 15 to 19 from 7 communities, 6 in Upolu and 1 from Svai. The adolescents have been attending a series of workshops on life skills development for adolescents. The group had discussed ways of not only checking up on each other, but also their friends and schoolmates through virtual connections. It is the group's way of helping each other and lifting each other up over the trauma and hardships of adjusting to life as an adolescent and peer pressure. The workshop is to excel knowledge on social and emotion competencies as well as psychosocial support. The adolescents started to open up on issues that had been kept bottled up for too long. The members of the Adolescents Peer Support Group is born from the Primary Prevention Program currently rolled out by Samoa Victim Support Group to address violence against children as a continuous work in partnership with UNICEF Pacific. Solonema Walese for TV2 News. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade has announced the appointment of new heads of mission to diplomatic posting abroad following approval by the Cabinet last December. Here's more on this report. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade has announced the appointment of new heads of mission to diplomatic posting abroad following approval by the Cabinet last December. In a statement released on Tuesday, announced the reappointments or the end of terms of current serving Samoa diplomats. Diplomats who will continue their term include the High Commissioner to Fiji, Alio'ainga Feturi Elisaya, the Permanent Representative to the United Nations, Fatu Manava Upolu III, Dr. Paole Luteru, the High Commissioner to Australia, Henry Bentana, and the Ambassador to Japan, Falava Alperina Silatuala Lilei. Those who have been given a 6-month extension include the High Commissioner to New Zealand, Le Asi Pali Thomas Callan, the Consul General in Auckland, Faurutoi Berbenapongi, the Consul General in Sydney, and the Trade Commissioner in Auckland, Mangele Mauli Mangele. The new diplomatic heads of mission include the Ambassador Designate to the Kingdom Belgium, Tolafonela Davita Levy, Ambassador Designate to the People's Republic of China, Luamanuai Albert Marina, and the Consul General to American Samoa, Fata Prain Kayo. The government acknowledged the services of the Samoa diplomats who were representing the country abroad and are now being recalled following the end of their tenure. Solana Mawalese for TV2 News. And here's a weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow.
Greetings Samoa, here's another edition of your weather bulletin for this evening. Heavy rain warning remains in effect for all areas of Samoa. Flood warning also remains in effect for all major rivers and vulnerable areas. Latest satellite imagery indicates a massive cloud band from a convergence zone still affecting the islands. From our weather map, a convergence zone remains within the vicinity of Samoa. Associated cloud and rain affect the group at times. Forecast for tonight, scattered rain with heavy falls and thunderstorms possible with gusty winds. For Friday, scattered morning showers with heavy falls at times. Marine forecast, northern marine waters for tonight, north to northeast winds of 25 to 35 km per hour, gusty at times. Poor visibility in showers, waves of 1.5 to 2 meters. For tomorrow, northeast winds of 15 to 25 km per hour, waves of 1.5 to 2 meters. Southern seas, northeast winds of 15 to 25 km per hour, gusty at times. Poor visibility in showers, waves of 1.5 to 2 meters. And the tide table, low tide will be at 28 minutes past 2 early morning, high tide at 19 minutes to 9, low tide at 18 minutes to 3 in the afternoon, and high tide again at 1 more minute to 9 at night. Sun will rise tomorrow at 20 minutes past 6 in the morning and will set at 7 p.m. in the evening. And that is all from us this evening, Samoa. Join us again tomorrow for another update. Until then, good night.
And that is the end of your TV2 News this evening. Special acknowledgement to Samoa Water Authority for sponsoring your TV2 News. Until then, have a blessed evening. Maolifai unga nalo Samoa Taulogologo ili ne yafi. Momoli faftai pafapitoa il pulengo suavai. Mole lango o mafai on awina atu nisio tala email o tupuitono la tunu. Ai mo taimine manu ya tele la yafi.